Hey, 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 beautiful heart. Welcome back to the Awakening Consciousness with Dr. D. I am a metaphysician here to help you on this awakening journey through self-mastery and to understand monkey mind and all of our own limiting beliefs and how you can overcome that and go from so-called victim in your own life to the empress or emperor of your life. So let's get into this. The energy, as we've been talking about, has been intense to say the least. As amazing as it is over here, it is just as intense but heavy and dark over here. We are seeing, two different timelines. We're seeing duality really playing out. And what do I mean by that? Narcissism right now is coming out of the woodwork. And it's not that it's coming out of the woodwork, it's this energy is pushing things to the surface. We are moving into a time of authenticity. Not everybody is choosing that. Narcissists do not live from a place of authenticity. They are great pretenders. They wear great masks. Underneath all of that, there is deep hurt, unresolved emotions, trauma, misunderstanding, the whole 3D matrix, consciousness. Here we don't blame, we don't do any of that. We speak facts and we choose different beliefs. The reason I want to talk about this narcissism and just get really real about it, as I shared yesterday, that's what I grew up in. And most of the people that resonate with me and resonate with these readings, you have it in your background too. So thank you for those of you that are sharing your stories with me, whether it's in the comments, emailing me in our sessions, whatever it is. I know it's not easy to be vulnerable. I know it's not easy to share what you've experienced or gone through with narcissistic abuse. I know when I look back or reflect on my life and what I've gone through or put up with in relationships and with, narcissists, this version of me is full of grace and forgiveness for myself, because who I am today, who would definitely not make those choices I did in the past. But again, as I've been saying, honor your journey, because those decisions from the past led you to today, and they are going to be what you transmute and alchemize to live your best life. Because let's talk about polarities. You can't know the light without experiencing the dark. They can't exist on their own. Meaning, yeah, technically they can, but if you don't have the light and it's just darkness, there's no other options. Just like if all you knew was the light, you wouldn't know the darkness, you wouldn't know the polarity, you wouldn't be experiencing life in its totality. And here's the plot twist. Before coming into these physical bodies, you were all light. All light. All light. Hello. That's what you are at the true nature of us. Okay? We were light. We chose to come here, take up these earthly bodies, these earth suits, and have these experiences. Why? We are creator beings. wanting to experience creation and everything that we can. Earth, the 3D realm, is a plane of experiments, a plane of, it's where we come to create and have these experiences. Because guess what? You know, in the 5th dimension, 6th dimension, 7th dimension, whatever you want to call it, outside of the 3rd dimension, 5th and higher, it's pure light and love. There isn't the darkness. So if you've been trekking with me on this, you're coming out of that darkness, know that there was a purpose for that. You now know what that experience is. So now you get to choose. Do you want to continue having that experience? Because you can. But you can also choose not to have those experiences anymore. So since you're choosing not to have them anymore, let's dive in. Let's get you some tips, words of advice, encouragement, and understanding as we navigate through this energy. So we are starting out with heal your rejection wound. I've talked about this recently. And so the rejection wound, yes, narcissism will play up on this. Narcissists have a beacon for when we are coming from that place of rejection or a rejection wound. Why? It's energy and vibration. It has a scent to it. Now, you guys know the pattern of you meet somebody, they seem great, you guys really are kicking it off, kind of feels like your inner childs are just really getting along. Things start going a little bit further, you ignore the red flags, they say all the right things, do all the right things to get you hooked, but they're trauma bonding with you. They're bonding to this rejection wound. What we've done is give over our power to them without realizing it. And now taking our power back can feel so daunting. It could feel impossible and all that, only because of the false belief that they were helping us through it or what have you. But spoiler alert, the rejection wound really has nothing to do with the narcissist and 100% to do with you. Why? Because that rejection wound isn't about your parents rejecting you, siblings, loved ones. It's not about rejection outside of you. That's what altered ego or monkey mind wants you to believe, and that's what you've believed for so long. But the truth is, the rejection wound is you rejecting you without even realizing it, is so deep at a subconscious level. This rejection wound was developed every time when you were younger or went through things, and that internal dialogue of thoughts and feelings were not nice to you. Meaning, those thoughts in your head, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, what's wrong with me, I'm not good enough, yada, yada, all of that crap. Enter rejection wound. So yeah, at the core, when you peel back all the layers of this onion, the truth of this is the rejection wound comes up every time you reject you. And that's what plays out in these narcissistic cycles. We give our power over. The narcissist, little by little, chips away at that to where we don't feel like we can survive without them. We don't know who we are, all of that stuff. But the truth of that is, it's because you don't have a boundary within you, for you, and loving yourself. That's the rejection wound. You work on that. You accept all of you. You love you. Guess what? You are no longer a magnet to narcissists. They will avoid you like the plague because they can't get over on you. They cannot run their game. As a matter of fact, you have spent so much time with narcissists, you know their playbook. You know them better than they know themselves. Yeah. They've been giving you everything you need to not only get out of that relationship and heal, if that's what you want to do. I get it. Not everybody wants that. But to also flip the script on the narcissist. You are the light of the world. Funny, yeah, these were down, but I didn't really pay attention to what cards they were when I was talking about light and dark, but there we go. Hear your crying. Yeah. What is crying out within you? What is that inner dialogue? That is a trigger. And what I mean by trigger is that trigger has clues. There are clues to your healing within that crying, that inner crying and that inner dialogue. Whatever is coming up for you, that's where you've been rejecting yourself, and that's where you need to love yourself. Heal your oppression wound. Yeah, these two go hand in hand. Wake up to who you truly are. And this is the path that you're on when you're doing this. All right, let's grab a couple of YCAL cards. Whoops. Fear. Face everything and rise. Fear is an illusion. Fear is stemmed out of limiting beliefs. Beliefs are thoughts you keep telling yourself until you believe them to be true. Heal your thoughts, heal your body, and intentions are power. Set your intention today to choose you, to love you, to listen to the cry. Ask yourselves, what are you saying to me? Where do I need to honor and love myself? All right, I hope that helped. If it did, leave me a comment, like, subscribe, repost, sending you guys oceans of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. Bye-bye.